we've got a new feature in the Roth projection screen that I want to show you. I think it's really going to help to make the story of the Roth conversion more compelling, all right? So I've got on screen an example of one that's maybe not so compelling at first glance, right? This is a case where I'm just going to mouse over here. You know, the green is the base case, and over time, the base case has more money in the portfolio until the very, very end when I'm like, 97 years old, and the client might be like, well, that's not super compelling to do a Roth conversion. We do have this way, one of the things that's in there already is the ability to actually model the fact that there is a liability built into the IRA money, like the tax-deferred account. So let me click that, and it actually makes the Roth look more compelling in this case. But even that case, if the client's like, look, I need more information about why the Roth conversion is better. Let me flip it back to the less compelling case, because we added a new visualization I think is really helpful. So down here, these colors represent, so that the upper line is the total portfolio over time, just like we just saw in that previous graph. But the individual sections here, this like stacked line, is the four buckets of types of assets that we have. So in this case, this is the base case. There was no Roth conversion. I guess they had no Roth money at all. And green is the taxable assets. That's like the brokerage and the bank account. Purple is the younger clients' tax-deferred assets, and orange is the older clients' tax-deferred assets. And you can see over time what's happening, like we spend the older clients' IRA first, and then we're taking RMDs only for the younger client, and here we are at the end. I've got a combination of IRA and taxable money. What's happening on the Roth side, yes, the total, like if you look at the kind of total all-in portfolio amount, which is all we had access to before in this chart, that number is hiding something that's a lot more compelling for the Roth case. Look at this. Yes, the total is higher, but we know that $1 in Roth is worth more than $1 in a IRA account or tax-deferred account. It's also worth more than $1 in a traditional brokerage account or bank account because it's tax-free forever. So to me, even though we're looking at the same exact case as what we were looking at up here, the Roth, in my opinion, is far more compelling when we can show this example of what the model is doing in terms of, bleeding down the tax-deferred assets first, and then what's left is this enormous Roth balance. To me, that really paints a very compelling picture for the client when you're talking about this Roth conversion. So that's super exciting. That's there for everybody already now, portfolio value by asset type. And if you're like really want to get nerdy about what the numbers are behind each of these buckets, the little Excel export, we also added a tab to that Excel export. If you've never looked at the Excel export, it kind of takes like every single step of the calculation and explains what's going on throughout the entire projection. We added a tab that shows all of the buckets, both with and without the tax-deferred asset adjustment, year by year for the base case and the Roth projection case. So the same information that you've got visually in here, you've got in table form if for whatever reason a client wanted you to dig into actual projected values out of the model. That's it. That's the new function that we have available, the new feature we have available on the Roth projection screen. Some really cool stuff coming, I think, pretty soon. Another really great visualization on the way. So I'm looking forward to that. But play with this, take a look, tell us what you think about it. We appreciate you. Thank you.